These bolts are definitely too long. And let's see. Inch and 3/8, inch and a half. I'm Steve from Workbench-Z. This motorcycle trunk came with universal hardware for just about any application. The bolts are much longer than I need, so I'm going to cut these bolts to a more appropriate length. The front ones were 1.5 inches too long. The rear ones were 1 3/8 inches too long. So I'm going to take 1 3/8 inches off of all of them. Or at least I'm going to cut them all to the same length that 1 3/8 inches would have done. Okay, 1 3/4. I figure if they're all the same size and the front ones are sticking down just a little bit more, it ought to work. And if not, I can always go back and cut a little more off, but I can't add more back on. Measure twice, cut once. So I've reinstalled the bolts and I could take another 1/8 off of that one. And definitely, I could take a 1/4 inch off of that one. 1/4 inch should be too much. Let's go with another 3/16 maybe. Yeah, let's go 3/16 more. This time I'm going with 1 9/16. And I'm using a different color so that hopefully I don't get them confused if I can see the old one. Yeah, that looks much better. I've clamped the bolt in my vise and I've used a couple of wooden V-blocks to hold it so that the vise doesn't mar up the threads. The next step is to go to the grinder and flatten the end. And then the next step is to take this flattened end and reestablish the bevel like the original tip had. Okay, there we go. It's got a bevel on there, and that lets it find the nut and screw in beautifully. So here we have the Science Channel how it's made step-by-step picture. Take the bolt, cutting it to length, flatten off the end on the grinder, and then reestablish the bevel the way their factory had it. Well, I hope you can see that looks a whole lot better than it used to. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm Steve from Workbench-Z. Have a great day.